Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to have a car conversation. Let's go! Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner, and this is another edition of Car Conversation on JayLeesCorner. Okay, I hope everybody is having a great. Don't come over here. Don't bring your. Stay in lane. I hope everybody is having a great Monday morning. Okay, I got some rest last night, which is why I have not watched Potomac or the Candy and them show. Okay, I'll have those reviews up sometime today or tomorrow. I had to get some rest. Okay, I had to chill out. But we are here to talk about something else that I felt like needed a car conversation check. Because y'all know when I'm driving to work, my thoughts is all conjumbled or whatever, and driving and talking helps me get them all out properly. Okay, so if you have not done so already, make sure that you have at least already subscribed to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Yeah. Okay, y'all know to like, comment, and share, okay, within this video. Y'all know to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, on IG, Twitter, or the tick of the talk, okay, I'm on all those spaces. We are here, y'all know, like, comment, share, all that, okay, all the stuff y'all supposed to do to all your favorite YouTubers, okay. Now, this whole Angela Yee, Breakfast Club, Tamron Hall, and not Porsha Williams stuff that's going on, I have an opinion. And I did not want to wait until I got on, to do my gossip topic, my gossip chat, which I'll probably do tomorrow night. I wanted to get my thoughts out today, okay? So, comment below how you feel, okay? Because I'm going to comment on this video on how I feel. Now, we know Angela Yee was on the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God and Envy for around 13 years. Okay, 12, 13 years. Okay, we know that in front of the camera, the three folk who we saw was Angela Yee, Charlamagne, and Envy. We know Angela Yee left the show late last year. But anybody who listened to the show, watched it. I watched it, from time to time on YouTube or whatever, because I'm out in New York. But anyone who watched the show, you can't tell me that over the last few years, 3 or 4 years, you have not seen a change in the dynamic between the three. You can't tell me that you didn't notice it, okay? I don't think anyone was shocked when Angela decided to leave. I saw it coming. Or at least I knew for a fact eventually one of them would not be the same three forever. Because it was different. Okay? And then when COVID happened, and they was able to be in or out the studio, it was even more sorry y'all, different. Angela was on Tamron Hall this past Friday, where in a larger conversation, about 2 or 3 minutes of the conversation, was Angela talking about how she felt her experience as a woman on that show at times was difficult. At times it was tough. At times she felt like she didn't have no backup as the lone female voice in the room. That she was the only woman working in the room. Now, her verbatim verbiage made some folk think she was saying no other women worked on the show at all. I use deductive reasoning when listening to somebody talk and try to figure out what did they mean. I have issue with people who need people to say exactly all the words and break down the definition and the backdoor meaning and how much the food costs, how much the gas costs. You know what I'm saying? They need the breakdown of every little thing instead of just listening and understanding, oh, okay, she is the only person we see. She is the only female in the room. Literally, the studio where they're recording and they're talking about whatever's going on. If there are female producers in the other room recording, if there are female whatever else is elsewhere, they not in the room able to chime in with their opinion. So when I watched what she said, I knew what she meant because I use deductive reasoning. Okay, I try to surmise what someone is meaning by what they're saying as I think about what they said. So Envy, who's always a person who needs to defend himself, even if they want to talk about him, that's cap. That's cap. There's other women. He was immediately in the comment section on social media chiming in. And my thing is this: the fact that DJ Envy did not feel comfortable enough to contact Angela Yee when he first saw her to see what you mean, Yee. The fact that his first notion was a comment on social media, to me, backs up her point. I ain't had no backup, because in true fashion, if I've worked with someone for 13 years and we kind of cool or whatever, I say, what you mean? But no. So Envy then commenting that made a lot of folks feel like, oh, see, she a liar. See, she don't even like women in these things. I don't feel like anybody has the right to tell someone what their experience was. You can have an opinion on what they said and how they said it. Yes, you can have an opinion on it. But to make it seem as if she was lying, I'm like, that's a little bit too much in my opinion. Because watching and listening to the show, she was the only person around there. And a lot of times when they were having conversations that a woman would understand, Envy and Charlamagne would not. Because they're men. There are men who are married to women who they both have cheated on. Okay. But that was crazy to me. So that was over the weekend. And folks was all in the car. Oh yeah, he lying. Da, 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 da. Now today, Porsha Williams was a guest co-host on The Breakfast Club. She'll be on there all week. Okay? And they all discussed this shit. Now Porsha Williams, who is guest co-hosting today, so at the time that she commented on her thoughts on what Angela said, she had been a co-host for maybe an hour. Day one, hour one, versus Angela Yee's 13-year reign as the other female, as the only female host on that show. Not a co-host, a host. Okay? So Porsha, shut up. Your opinion matters in general, but you coming on there saying, I've been here and I felt nothing but support. I've seen all the women. I'm like, so you think as the point was, there's no other woman working for iHeart for that show? That's what you thought she meant. Porsha, go buy a ticket to the Underground Railroad, because as you said, somebody got to be driving the train. Porsha, hush. Go home to your lady husband who's now your husband. Porsha, hush. Porsha's opinion is proof, in my opinion, that sometimes people like to just not understand a person's point, or even jumping on the bandwagon of what other people said. Verse trying to think, well, that ain't what she really meant though, y'all. Y'all know she meant like she was the one in the room. Like I'm the fuck, okay? Now Angie, then said, well, yeah, you gonna talk on her show today and she's gonna clean it up because, that ain't what she meant. No one said that's what she meant, but y'all put a narrative on her 2-minute statement as if that's what she meant. So, whatever. Now, Charlamagne, at first, like, I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't gonna say nothing. Now, that can be like one. You can think that he agrees that Yee is making up shit, or he can say, you know what, we ended that shit on such rocky terms. I'm not finna get involved in this fight. Let it be. Let it be. Okay? It can go either way. Now, when Charlamagne and Envy was saying how we know our boss is a female, the girl who cuts our clips together, she's a female, blah 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 blah. And because Yee did go on her show and she cleared it up and she said, look, I didn't mean working for the company. I didn't mean that we don't have producers within the company. My point was, in the room, the people in the room where we're at every day filming, I'm the only woman in there. And she also said the girl who they say we ask questions, they had to call her in there. She not in that room. So I felt like she said what she said, and what she said was true. In that room, it's just her. And they wanted her to include everybody else who works outside the room, who help here and there. When anything go right, wrong, or indifferent, no one says, hey, the producer girl who clipped shit together for y'all, no one calls her out. No. If Allie don't speak up, if she do speak up, or whatever she say, she's the only one being held accountable. If there is a topic about a woman's issue or whatever, she's the one who has to speak on it. If Charlamagne or Envy or disagree with her, she's the one having to argue her point. People don't understand how difficult it can be in a group setting where you're discussing public issues or public situations, and people all have their opinion. And if you are a person whose opinions differ, you having to every day, because they were on the show every day, you having to every day defend your point to other people. It can be fucking exhausting, and I hate the fact that people took her comment and ran with it as if her experience did not matter to her. As if her speaking how she felt, how it made her feel, don't really matter because the two other men on the show feel different. And then for Porsha come in my opinion, because Porsha did not just, comment. Well, I've been here, today. I've been here and I felt... Porsha is vindictive in a way because Porsha's still upset with Tamron for how she questioned and talked to her about her assignment back when they first was dating. So Porsha, who spoke of that on the show today, clearly is biased because her point was if she was somewhere else and not the Tamron Hall show, because I was on that show too, she made her opinion personal because of how she felt that Tamron Hall did her on that show. Porsha, everybody and their mama had the exact same questions about you and the assignment that Tamron Hall did. Okay? And that was on bullshit. So for me, for Porsha to come on TV, but on the thing, to speak negatively about Tamron Hall because you was upset that you fucked somebody else's husband and people had an opinion about it, to then say, well, the reason Angela Yee's comments got messy was because of who she was talking to. I'm like, bitch, you in the Breakfast Club. Are we not forgetting all the times they have fucked with people on that show over the years? And then for folks to say, well, so many times Yee didn't speak up for this and Yee didn't speak up for that. You damn if you do, you damn if you don't. And sometimes in situations where you feel like if you try to speak up, it's more difficult because you know how the outcome gonna be because of the other people around you. Sometimes you do just shut up. So I just wish people would be like, that was her experience. She did feel like she didn't have no backup because she was the only woman in the room. Producers elsewhere don't matter. Nowhere. No. There have been so many times we have said that Charlamagne or Envy has said stupid shit on the radio and no one batted an eyelash. Not any other woman there. But people would go on Yee and say Yee was the one wrong for not checking Charlamagne and Envy. Within 13 years, I'm tired of checking them. They're gonna say what they want to say, and the people in charge let them do it. When Charlamagne would make folk cry, how y'all blaming Yee because she the woman in the room? Do y'all not think of sometimes when she in there she want to cry too, but she can't? She can't. So to me, it was complete bullshit. Now Charlamagne then said in response to Porsha saying how bad Tamron Hall is or whatever, he then said, I think someone at Tamron Hall show said, hey, Wendy Williams is not going to be on TV no more. So we should be the mean show. We should be the messy show. I was like, wow. Wow, really? Even though Charlamagne himself has asked messy questions. The Breakfast Club has asked messy questions. Porsha been on the show basically making it seem as if as a lion because her 1 day, 1 hour stint on the show was positive. Girl, fuck you, okay? Because everybody know day one on your first day of the job is amazing. Everyone's on their best behavior. Your boss and your co-workers. But 5 years in, you hate your boss and you want to fight your co-workers. It's the reason that Angela Yee really has not... I'm not going to say that. What I will say is people leave for a reason and they move on for a reason. And once they do move on, they're allowed to say how it felt being where they used to be. How it was tough. Because I was the only one in that room, on that show, in y'all's faces. That's true. It is. But folk don't like Angela. For whatever reason maybe. Some folk don't like her. So it was those folks who don't like her. Envy, shut up. Okay? Period. Okay? I stand for people being able to tell their truth. Especially we can see we saw it was a bit, we saw that with our own eyes. We saw how there was a change in the dynamic with the Breakfast Club over the years. So we can't act like she tripping. And we can also say on camera we only saw Yee. Anybody else working on that show that was behind the scenes, behind the cameras, or anywhere else, you know what I'm saying? We didn't see that. We don't speak up and say, hey, yeah, there's an issue with so-and-so and so-and-so, because, no, we only talk about who we see they face. It's only those people. So, miss me with the bullshit. Completely miss me with the bullshit. It really aggravated me. The one thing that aggravated me was really this morning, watching them on the Breakfast Club, okay, and watching them talk about it as if, yeah, let's all discuss how Yee up here making up shit and then she up here lying. And I'm like, but she not lying though. I don't think for one moment that she lying. I think she's saying how she felt, what she experienced, and how it was hard for her. It is hard when you are a female within a 3-person cast and you're the only female. Because no one's big enough. If it was so many women, why is no one upset with the other women on the show who has not stood up for who? For Lil Mama. For K. Michelle. No, y'all want to keep make it seem as if Yee was the issue and was not the woman warrior she should have been. Sometimes you tired of fighting. And even for, it's probably different now. Yes, it's probably different now because of what happened before Yee left. They've been fixing shit because you have to. Period. So I just need Porsha to shut up. I feel like Porsha can't be complaining about Tamron Hall because Porsha, you fucking Simon, and just because you married Simon don't mean shit. We still remember how it happened. And people had questions in the beginning. You knew people would. But you are now saying, I felt like Tamron Hall came after me. Well, you were the villain's husband? I'm going to stop. It really made me mad. It really made me mad. Now, Porsha also did say, well, that was her experience. She was. So Porsha played 2 roles. Porsha said, I got what she meant. I got that she meant in this room, it was just her. But she then went back and said, but her being on Tamron Hall and you know what I'm saying? I was like, Porsha, just stop. Just stop. Because you can't make it seem as if it got messy because of Tamron Hall's question. No, it got messy because of people in the comment section. It got messier once Envy said, that's a lie. Because no one wanted to say, well, she was the only lady on the show who had a voice. I ain't never heard from the female voice of iHeart. I ain't never seen they boss, who they said was a female. I've never seen her come down and say, you know what, we want to publicly apologize for Charlamagne the Guy saying A, B, C, D, E, F, or G. Never. Never. But folks did expect Yee, as the female on the show, to always speak up for female issues, even if she didn't agree with something. You can't have it both ways. You cannot want her to be the lone voice to speak up, but then say, but you know, she not the only female. Well, why y'all ain't mad at nobody else? Why y'all not mad at whatever other females that Charlamagne to them said was also in the room, who was not in the room? And when Yee said on her show this morning how, again, the females they brought up don't be in the room. The producers they brought up do not be in the... They are somewhere else within the building. Yes, they work on the show, but they were not in the room with me. They're not filming. They're not. The soundboard dude, the videographer dude, the producer dude who are in the room, they're all men. I'm the only one in the room. The fuck? Anyway, y'all, I'm done ranting. I want everyone to have a great Monday. I'll have videos up later on today. I may be live at 9 o'clock. I don't know. It depends. But have a good Monday, y'all. Do not forget to comment in the comment section. Do not forget to like the video. To follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on everywhere, okay? Everywhere. And then subscribe to my channel. I gotta go. Love y'all. Bye.